The coordinate plane, application and use with fractions and decimals. To begin the lesson, I discussed real-life uses for the coordinate plane, and provided several examples of how these coordinate planes show up in our lives. Students were also given an opportunity to suggest how they think coordinate planes are useful to us.
This is, what does it look like?
A llama.
Not a llama. It's not a donkey.
It's a horse. It's a llama. It's a dog.
It is a dog.
It's a pillow.
It's a dog. It's a stuffed animal. So my mom makes these. But we are talking about coordinate planes today, and the reason that I have this is this something you could easily graph on a plane? So when my mom makes these, she takes graph paper and she draws out the shape of whatever she's going to make. So can you guys think of any other uses for coordinate planes? Yep.
Like if you're planning on like building something, you could like have like you could like measure it and like make it up to scale.
So like if you scale down blueprints to build something. Yes?
Maybe if you're designing any type of game.
Yeah, game developing. Are there any others? Yes.
If you were a pilot of a plane, then.
Okay. Yes.
So it's like 3D printer. There's like coordinate planes down here in the wall spot.
Yeah, 3D printers do have those. Yeah.
I was gonna say for sewing and like dressmaking.
For sewing, you do need to keep track of what goes where. My mom told me the hardest thing when she makes these is to remember to leave the space and to remember, what connects where. So she's got to have her thing mapped out ahead of time to say, okay, we go up one, we go over, so. And you guys did mention some things that we're talking about, but because it's fall, one thing I want to talk about is if you're making a corn maze. Have any of you been in a corn maze this year? Okay. And I'm not going to play this video, but I want to talk about it because in order to make their corn maze, they put it on a graph paper and they have it labeled over here so that when they go out to cut it, they know where they need to cut it. So they don't go over here and then end up somewhere over here. So they know exactly where they need to go. And then another thing that uses coordinate plane is right here.
We love Minecraft.
So your X, Y, and Z in video games such as Minecraft to tell you your location.
Fortnite has been.
And so a lot of times in video games, this is a 2D video game like your type dungeon adventure. It's a lot of that is designed this way. And then this is a bit more complicated. We're not talking about 3 dimensions, but that's what you saw in Minecraft a minute ago with your X, Y, and Z. I think, yeah, X, Y, Z is how they have it set up. And so your Z is what would come out of the page, but we don't talk about that.
Then I asked students to tell me what they already knew about coordinate planes in their own words. After every new concept a student mentioned, I briefly reviewed the topic with the class.
What we are doing is 2 dimensions. Oops. We're doing 2 dimension coordinate planes. Does anybody want to tell me what they know about coordinate planes? Just one thing, not everything. Maya?
There's 4 quadrants in it.
So there's 4 quadrants. Okay, so if I have my not super straight lines, but straight enough, I could use a ruler and make that much better. But which quadrant is going to be what? If this is, okay. This one is quadrant 1. I'm going to use Roman numerals. Which one's quadrant 2?
The one to the
Left.
left.
Top left.
Yeah.
Top left.
Top left? Yes, that is your guess, top left. Okay. This one is?
Quadrant 3.
Okay, quadrant 3. And so this one is quadrant 7?
No.
Okay, quadrant 4. Okay, quadrant 4. What else do we know about coordinate planes? Okay.
There's a X and Y axis.
So we have an X and Y axis. So our Y axis goes up and down, and our X axis And then, what else? Okay, yes.
There's positives and negatives.
Okay, so how do we know which way is positive and negative?
If you go up or to the right, it's a positive.
This could be positive 1, and this could be positive 1. So this would be negative 1. Negative 1, right?
Yeah, it's like an underline.
Okay.
But if you're also going to the left and up, it's being negative.
1, 2, 3. So if I put a point right here, what's that?
1.5.
Okay. So that's 1.5, 1.5. 1.5, 1.5. What about this one?
3,
3.5, 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Because our x comes first, and we go over 3.5,
Yes.
and then we go up 3.
After the class had reviewed the general concepts that go along with coordinate planes, I introduced our next activity, Around the World, while also passing out an activity they could work on when it was not their turn.
I'm going to pass out a piece of paper to all of you. All you need is pencil. This is like, do you remember when you did your pumpkin picture?
Yes.
So this is similar to your pumpkin picture and the pictures you're making right now. So you can work on this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 of these boards, and we're going to start. Can you still sort of see the numbers on your desk?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give one of these. The reason you have whiteboards, or you have markers, I have whiteboards, is because we're going to do Around the World. So how do you play Around the World? You two want to demonstrate. Do you know how?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to stay near each other, and I'm going to put up, what we're going to start with is I'm going to put up a coordinate on a graph, and the first person who can write what the point looked like, the coordinate ordered pair on their board, and show it to me, is going to be the person who moves on to the next number. So say that Kai wins, he's going to go over, and he's going to play Alex, because she's going to get the next board. And then say Alex wins, well Kai's going to go back to his seat, and Alex is going to move on to table 4. And then we keep going around, and we're going to go in number order. And the goal is to see who can get around the room the most. Time Gideon, this is your first one. Not quite.
Oh, thank you.
Does that say?
-6, 7, 7. -6 and 7.
6, 7. Okay, Gideon, you move on.
We continued playing Coordinate Around the World for the rest of class. In later rounds, I also had students draw an ordered pair on their board, tell me what quadrant a point would be in, and other types of coordinate concept questions. Thank you for watching my lesson.